Hi guys, Mr. Martin back again. For this short little video, I'm going to go over the difference between doing a lat pull down, which is this machine right here, and doing pull-ups, and the benefits and the drawbacks of each one, and how you should kind of implement each one into your training. So, I'm going to demonstrate how to properly do a lat pull down first, and then we'll go over pull-ups in a second, okay? So, I personally like this grip, which is, I guess, the easy grip, easy curl grip, whatever, something like that. I prefer this one over the V grip, which is on the wall right here. But when you sit into the machine, make sure these pads are placed firmly down on your legs. If they're too high or they're too low, you're not going to be able to sit into the machine properly, and you're not going to be able to get a good range of motion. So the basics of doing a lat pull down, there are a few of them. Number one, you want to make sure you get full extension at the top of every rep, okay? So you're not stopping here, you're not stopping here, you stop here, all the way up, get a full stretch, okay? And the next point I want to stress is when you do a rep, you have to make sure that each rep has a standard. So you need to make sure each rep touches the same place, or else it's going to be hard to gauge progress and gauge how much like whether or not your training is actually working. So there's 3 places that you can standardize your reps at, and this goes the same for pull-ups. You can do the chin, you can do the chin here, you can do the clavicle, which is your collarbone, or you can do the sternum. Now, doing the chin is kind of the standard one that I see most people do, and it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good work for your back, but not as good as it could be. I would say for most people, the clavicle is probably where you should go. So pull down to your collarbone right here, or maybe slightly lower. That's going to be where I recommend most people go when we're talking about the lat pull downs. If you're really strong at these and you really want to get a lot of good back work in, at the bottom, try to touch here every single rep. So come down, touch like that. So I'll demonstrate how to do these three different points when you're doing the rep, okay? So you want to lean back slightly when you start the pull. You want to pull your shoulder blades back together and then pull down. And then control on the way back up. With this machine, you want to control the weight both directions, okay? Do not be explosive. Do not swing and do this kind of stuff. You want to make sure that your back is doing the work. Nobody cares how much you can stack on the lat pull down machine. You're here to get a bigger, stronger upper back. So that's what you got to do, okay? So control on the way down. Control on the way back up. That's 1 rep. That was to the chin. Next one to the clavicle. Control, touch, control. And then the next one to the sternum. Control, control. Okay? So that's the basic way to do the lat pull down machine. You want to make sure that you're not going too heavy. If in the middle of your set you can no longer hit the positions where you need to hit to constitute a full rep, that's considered failure, okay? And you need to either back the weight off or you need to do less reps per set. And applying those little rules for this lift is going to give you an edge when it comes to training your back hard. We'll go over pull-ups in a second. Alright guys, now we're going over pull-ups. Now, the same basic rules apply to pull-ups that apply for the lat pull-down, but there's one thing I change. I think it's only one thing that I normally change, is when you're on the way up, be explosive, okay? Pull really hard, then control it on the way back down. Pull-ups are going to get really difficult very, very quickly if you try to go slow on the way up and the way down. So, if you just give it good control on the way down, you're going to tear a lot of muscle fibers, be explosive on the way up, it'll help you get another rep. The standardization per rep is the same as the lat pull down. You can do the chin, you can do the collarbone, you can do the sternum. Now, me personally, I'm not strong enough to do the clavicle or the sternum for higher reps. I can do it for 4 or 5 to the collarbone. I can do it for 1 or 2 to the sternum. But I would keep everybody going to the chin. Just make sure you get your chin over the bar. If you can do that, that's considered a full rep, okay? I'll demonstrate. So, I personally like doing pull-ups in a power rack like this, or maybe you have a like a bolted-in pull-up bar at your house or on a door frame or something. So walk up, grab the bar, use a slightly wider than shoulder grip and then pull. So that's the chin. I'll see if I can get to the clavicle. That's the clavicle, and I can't even get to the sternum. But as you get stronger on these, I would go between 5 to 10 reps. That's generally where I have people train these pull-ups. Once you can get past 10 reps in one set with good technique, I would just add weight instead of adding any more reps. So add 5 pounds, hold a 5-pound dumbbell between your feet or something, and that's going to be the way that I have people progress pull-ups. For lat pull-downs, I generally recommend that you stay a little bit higher volume just because you're doing machine work. Doing a little bit higher volume is going to be just fine. So for the lat pull-down, I stick between 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 20 reps. And for the pull-ups, it's between 5 and 10 most of the time. So that was my little demonstration on how to do the lat pull-down and pull-ups and how to implement those into the back training a little bit. And if you stay strict and stay true to those rules, you're going to get a lot of good results from your back training. You're not going to be wasting your time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about or if there's anything else you want me to make a video about. Have a good day.